It's been a long time coming from the SC, South Carolina, baby. Sometimes it feels like the world is against me, 'cause I'm coming from SC, from heartache and pain, struggle and strain, trying to maintain for the SC. So mama, don't worry, I'ma make my dreams happen.
Word definition of the day: coarse, grit, abrasives. Boards and buffers less than 180 grit that quickly reduce the thickness of any surface. Hi guys, welcome back to the TheNailJeanieSC. How are you? I hope you are well and your family is doing well. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe and like button for me, and let's get into today's video. So guys, this is a watch me work on a client video. This is going to be part 1 of 3 parts to this video. I have some parts sped up and then I have some parts in real time. The reason why I separated this video is because I wanted you guys to see how I work on a client in real time as much as I could do that. So this client started today. Our services was going to be long. She knew that coming in. We had to do a complete soak off on both hands. She was having some problems with lifting and nails falling off because this service, I guess we went about 3 or 4 weeks out because both of us had some stuff going on. I had a few personal things I had to take care of, and so did she. So we just decided, let's just do a complete soak off, start fresh. So here I'm just showing you guys into the soak off the things that I do in order to prepare the client for her next set. So she's been soaking in the after I took down as much of the enhancement as I could with the e-file, clipped the tips with the e-file, then I soaked her in acetone with the soaking dish. And so here is the nails coming out. I am just trying to break some of that poly gel up a little bit more, so when she go in this time for soak, we can get majority of it off. I'm going to show you guys how thick the thumbnail was, where it just didn't want to penetrate, so we end up having to file it down, file it off. But all the rest of the nails soaked off very well. It was just this one thumbnail that didn't want to cooperate. It would have probably cooperated if I would let it soak even a little bit more. But when you're in the seat and you have a client, a paying client, you want to move as fast. You do not want to have them with you their whole entire day. So I decided to get a coarse grit sanding band on this small mandrel bit. And I told her we're going to move it around as much as we can. We're going to try to get it down as low as possible. Not to penetrate her natural nail with the coarse grit or nothing. Just to get the enhancement down as much as possible so we can continue with the service. So on her other hand, I've already prepped that hand, got the tips on that hand. So we are working on this hand. So here I'm just moving that file around. This looks a little aggressive only because the video is sped up, but I can assure you guys it's not aggressive at all. It does take time. If I would have left it in real time, you would just see me moving this drill all around her hand, lifting it up, wiping the hand, just making sure. And I did let my client know, if you start to feel any type of heat spike, please let me know so we can, do something different. Which, if we have to go back to soaking it, then we'll go back to soaking it. But she did not feel any heat spike. I stay on top of the enhancement not to touch her natural nail, because of course you don't want to overfile on the natural nail plate ever. You don't want to cause those what we call ring of fire marks on your client's nails. It just takes so long for that to grow out. Sometimes it never grows out. Sometimes your client can continually have an indentation in that spot on their nails, and it just causes their nails to just not grow even and smooth. So you kind of want to eliminate that as much as you can. Now, I'm telling you guys, that's not always the case, and it's not always possible. During my career, I've had a lot of mishaps with this client, especially. And me and her, this is my cousin, of course, but me and her have, we have went through the fire together. We have learned on this journey together, but she still remained faithful. She still trusts me in this process, and I still do my very best to make sure I take care of her hands. So here we've got all of the enhancement off. I went ahead and put some isopropyl alcohol all over the nail plate and the skin just to clean it off. And now I'm going in with a nail dehydrator to dehydrate the nail even further, so I can make sure that all the oils or any type of oils that are residue is completely removed from the hand before going in and putting the tips on the hand. So here, usually I will already do this off camera, but guys, I did want to show you guys each process that I do. So I'm just taking my file, and I am filing around the where the tip well is at, so it could flush to her natural nail better and more quicker. So I'm just taking that Macart brush-on glue that I like. I'm making sure that the nail fits sidewall to sidewall. And then I'm going in and I am pressing up, and then I'm going down. Guys, you can't really see it when you're doing it, but the way you want to make sure that gel spreads across the nail is when you go to place the tip on the nail, you press the tip up and then you go down. That way you can see that the glue is evenly spread across the tip, and it's going to secure to the finger, to that free edge. Very nice, very smooth. Okay, so just make sure you know that, guys. You also don't want to, I've told you guys many times before, you can have the quickest, fastest drying glue, but you still want to at least hold that tip down for 30 to 60 seconds to make sure that tip is securely bonded to that free edge of the nail. Don't get in a hurry. Don't be impatient. It's better to make sure that the tips are secured to the free edge of the nail than to go in with filing and then one of your tips just fly away. So just keep that in mind when applying your tips on your clients. I know when we do it on ourselves, we kind of move through the process because we're so used to the process, right? But when you servicing a client, every client hands are different. Every finger is different. So keep that in mind. Sometimes some clients' hands may, gather oil quicker than the 30 minutes that it takes to build up the oil. Their hands may get oily in 20 minutes. And so you have to go back in with the nail dehydrator or some type of dehydration on the nail to remove the oil. So you just want to make sure that, you secure the tip to the free edge. And that's what I'm doing here. So I use this nail clipper that is, I've showed you guys. I think I showed you another one that I received from my Macart. The Macart, what is those box? Got subscription, surprise something box. So that is what I'm going to use. You'll see me grabbing my blue one, and I'm going to be using that one. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and blend this free edge and this tip together to eliminate any lines of demarcation when I go ahead to do the application. Also, because we are doing polygel, I'm going to go ahead and roughen up the surface of these tips to the area. I know I'm going to cut these tips, so I'm not going to go all the way down the nail because we're not keeping this length. Also, in the soak off process, my client decided she want to go shorter than she's ever been before. So we're going to be going to a medium long length due to, her profession and what she does. It's been recommended that she bring her length down. So, of course, we're doing that today. So I didn't have to buff the whole entire surface of the tips because I'm going to cut majority of this tip off. So here I've already have it measured because I told you guys the other hand was done. So I'm just going in with my nail clipper and I am clipping the nails all to the same size. I love, love, love this tool because it eliminates all of the other processes that we used to use. Also, you can use the magnet as well, and that helps eliminate those processes that we used to use. So it just works out for me. So here I'm just going to grab my Melody Susie Light. I'm going to put the white cloth. I like to use the white cloth. You can use any clean cloth you have, whatever color towel that you have, but I like to brace that on my lamp so my client can have a comfortability for one thing, and other because it just helps eliminate any germs or whatever transferring onto the lamp. Even though I do a thorough clean of my nail room once after every client, cleaning down everything that I use, every gel polish bottle, every polygel tube, lamps, whatever the case may be. I clean everything down just so we make sure we eliminate any processes of cross-contamination or my clients catching anything germs related, right? So here I'm just going in and I am cleaning the nails after doing the shaping and shaping up that hand. I'm going to go in and clean the nails with alcohol, and we're going to start our process of application. So guys, I got a dehydrator. I'm using Macart dehydrator, Macart primer. I'm using Young Nails bonder or Young Nails protein bun, and I am going to use the LGN Pro rubber based gel before application, and then I'm going to be using my ACS the polygel from Macart, which I love, love, love. I also have my gel brush here that I love to use. I love the bigger brushes. It helps get that makes the application smooth and quick, and yeah. So the polygel brushes I like, but I found that my polygel I have my polygel brushes. They always will be with me just in case, just I need them, but I'd rather use a bigger brush. I like to buy bigger gel brushes when I'm doing polygel because it just covers more surface of the nail. I'm also going to be using my isopropyl alcohol for the slip solution for this application as well. So I'm going in with the nail dehydrator, and as you see, I'm only putting the nail dehydration on the natural nail. I'm not putting it on the tip or any of that. Don't need to do that. Just on the natural nail where it gathers oils. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the primer, and I am going to prime each nail. So I'm going from hand to hand, and of course that's what you do when you got a client. You don't just work on one hand, you work on both hands. So you just move from hand to hand. And I always start with the pinky finger, or I may start from thumb to pinky or pinky to thumb. It just really depends on whatever I'm feeling that day. But the reason why I do that and start from pinky to thumb or thumb to pinky is to make sure I'm not going over the same nail or backtracking less is more, and you know, it's easier to get a rhythm so you don't overwork yourself as a nail tech. You don't want to, you know, start in the middle and then go out or whatever the case may be, because you may already have done something to that nail. So you just really just adding more work to yourself. So I always start either pinky to thumb or thumb to pinky, but most of the time I start from pinky to thumb. If you've ever watched any applications of mine, you'll see that a lot of times I do start with the pinky and work my way to the thumb for each hand that I'm working with. So here I just put the primer from a cart on the nails, and now I'm going in with the protein bun, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this protein bun on the nail, because guys, you can put too much bonder on the nail, but the reason why I do this, because I found that this works better for my client. It helps secure her nails more and better, being the work that she does, and you know, keeping her hands in and out of water. So if it's not broke, you know, why fix it? So it works for me. So I mean, yeah, if it's not broke, why fix it? So it works out for me to do it this way and continue doing this way long as it's working. So when I see that it's not working anymore, then we'll change the way we do things. Until then, I like to stay consistent doing the things that I know works. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in and I am going to now put the rubber based gel, because gel adheres to gel, and because we're using a poly gel, I need to put that rubber based gel down and cover from the tip and the natural nail, so I can also blend in any line of demarcation from where the tip and the natural nail meet. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to stick the light hands. The hands are going to go in the light for 60 seconds on each hand. And then we're going to prepare for our polygel application. Now, guys, I want to thank you all for the support to my channel. I truly appreciate you all very much. If you are here and have not subscribed, go ahead, if you would, and hit that subscribe button for me. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube journey, as well as my YouTube family. So guys, we are nearing the end of part 1 to this video. I hope I was able to explain what I'm doing a little bit better. Guys, I tell you guys, and I'm so honest with you, I have such a hard time trying to break things down for you, because I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to just kind of doing my own thing, but I'm trying to get better and give you helpful information. That way, if you are planning to learn to do this yourself, or you are planning to work on a client and do this, that you kind of have some type of something to revert back to show you a few steps. Now, you may not use the same steps I use, and that's okay. But it kind of gives you the gist of what you can do and how you can do it in order to get a good application. Okay, so I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me over on all of my socials at TheNailJeanieSC. And guys, remember codes. Any codes that you're looking for, any links that I may put down on my Shopify website, that's all in the description box below. Leave me a comment, guys, and let me know what you like so far about this process, and stay tuned. Make sure you turn on those post notification, turn on your bell notification, so you'll be notified when I upload the second video to this part 3 video, or part 3-part video. I'm sounding crazy right about now. 3-part video, and you can see how the application came out and the finished results to how this set turned out. I could tell you guys, because I already know, because I did it already. It turned out beautifully, and I really enjoy my client. I really enjoy when she comes. I enjoy all my clients, but this client particularly, I really enjoy. She is my second cousin. We grew up like we were first cousins, so you all know how that is growing up like you sisters, and yeah, we got so much in common. We're the same age. Our birthdays are 10 days apart, and we just have so much in common. So when she found out that I did nails, it was a no brainer for her. It was like she's done going to any other nail tech or shop. That was it. She come faithfully. She has been with me for the whole time I've been doing nails, over the 3 year mark. Even before I started, before I became licensed, she was with me. She was with me while I was going through school for certification. So when I say truly my day one, my A1 since day one, she truly is my A1 since day one. She's been rocking with me for a very long time, and her progress. I could just go back. We can go back from to the beginning, and her progress is just amazing. I've recorded most of some of her progress here on my channel here. If you go back into some of my archives, she has been the focal point of my nail career. Pretty much, her hands has been the advertisement for me, and I can see the progress in yeah, I have seen the progress in our journey, and I just love it. I do. So, guys, I'm going in with the application. You will see the pinky finger today. So, what I like to do when I'm doing, starting from scratch with the application is I like to do the polygel in two parts. So, I'm going to start, so I can build the apex, of course. So, I'm starting where the free edge and the tip meets, and I'm putting a dab of polygel there, and then I'm going to mold it out to the way I want it. And the one good thing about polygel is that it doesn't dry until you cure it. So you have plenty of time to work with it. You have plenty of time to mold it. You have plenty of time to get it in place how you want to before curing it. But once it go in the light, that's it. So it's like gel. Once it go in, it's cured. There's no taking it off unless you want to file it off or buff it away or whatever the case may be. So, of course, my application is not flawless, but it turns out amazing in the end. But I try to take my time. I try to keep looking at the nails from side to side, moving the finger around, making sure I have an even balance throughout the nail, and wherever I need to apply more product, that's what I do. It's not a 1 or 2 or 3 bead method. It's whatever it takes to make the application come out the best it can, and to build up the foundation and structure of the nail for me. Okay, so I work from finger to finger, so I'll put this pinky in the light, and then we're going to move to the other hand, and I'm going to start on that pinky. So that's how I keep moving. I'm always staying busy on the table, so, we're not just here wasting time. Of course, you learn that over time. I remember when I first started, I didn't have all the stuff that I have now. And I used to think that I only can work on one thing at a time because of the light. But I realized that even though I have 3 rechargeable lamps and a few other lamps, and I do have another lamp on my table, I also realized that I want to always keep my client comfortable. So I realized I can work from hand to hand, because by the time she come out of the light is 60 seconds down, this hand is ready to go in the lamp. So I can work that way as well. So these are things that I've learned over time, guys, and those are things that you will learn over time too. It just takes practice. Alright guys, so we are at the end of today's video. Stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. You already know what time it is, guys. The deuces are flying in the air. And poof, the nail genie, she's out.